Position make you rich. I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life forever.
All right. What's good, y'all? What's good? Let's shut this down. Let's bring me on. Where am I? Welcome, everybody, to Exposing Powerful Lies. We're back. We're so back. What's going on? What's going on, Mela? What's going on, Moldy? What's going on, Nico? Pluto, crawling from the depths of the past. Good to see you, Nico. There goes my light. Nothing's changed here, guys. It's all the same porch stream BS. Been working. Been chilling. And so I haven't really wanted to stream much, although I have been sitting on this radio show for quite some time because, normally when I do the radio streams, they're episodes that I've already listened to, and I know they're good. And the other day, actually this was now like three weeks ago, I stumbled across this episode that we're going to watch tonight, and it started off so good. And you guys will see why I wanted to watch this with y'all, so I ended up shutting it off. And so I haven't finished it, so we're going to get to watch it together for the first time. So I've been sitting on this for a while, so I wanted to pop on, do it a little late night radio show for y'all. And I also got, because it's only one episode, I also pulled up a little bit of cringe that I got recommended in my YouTube feed. So I'm going to subject you guys to that. I hope everybody's been doing good. Updates. I got a new phone, so that's nice. And other than work, really nothing, man. Really nothing. I like to do videos when I feel I have something to say, and the thing I really like doing best is when there's something going on, whether in politics or culture, and I'm not hearing people saying, what I'm thinking. So then that's when I really feel I'm bringing some value to the table. I don't want to just sit here and rehash the same old crap that we all are thinking. You know what I mean? So, as far as I'm concerned about current events, politics, all that crap, what can I really say? Before Trump got elected, I told you guys by the end of his term, we're all going to probably hate him, and we're all going to be mad about something he did, whatever, and that I was voting for him because I just want to see some deportations happen. And so, I don't regret my vote. The nukes haven't dropped on our heads yet, so I'm good. I'm in good spirits. I'm feeling good. Anyways, let's just get right into this. I don't know why this was recommended to me. I don't know why this came onto my feed, but it did. And so, check this out, y'all. Oh, also, this is going to probably be the last time y'all see this beard because I bought the buzzer. I bought the buzzer, so it's just a matter of standing in the bathroom, looking in the mirror, crying for an hour, and then it'll be done. My beard will be no more. Anyways, this is narcissistic abuse survivors gain life back and, unblock solar plexus from Moon Summer Song with a whopping 386 subscribers. And dude, look at this. See, now, Steven, Moldy had a good idea. He said I should have you guys vote via Super Chat on whether or not I should shave the beard. And then I said, I think I should hold the beard for ransom and, just pull out the buzzer and every 20 minutes be like, okay, I need to make $20 or we're doing it, And then once we make the $20, maybe wait another 10 minutes. Okay, now I need to make another 20 or I'm doing it. But that's not fair, dude. So feel free to send in your hard-earned money if you want to vote. But I'm not going to hold an actual vote, so it's probably getting taken off. That's all I got to say. Anyways, back to Moon Summer Song. What a perfect name for this channel. And then she's talking about helping people and giving life advice, but she didn't even wash her hair, dude. She's got this greasy hair. It's just man, dude. Let's just get a little bit of this, y'all. I'm not watching the whole thing, but let's just get a little bit of what Moon Summer Song's got to say about narcissistic abuse survivors.
Hello and namaste. Today's video is to help survivors of narcissistic abuse regain their self-confidence and power back. I think
got the Windows Movie Maker editing aesthetic. I love how she put the glitter in too, because that makes it extra extra magical.
The main problems in today's world is narcissistic abuse and the suffering that goes along with it, and
That's one of the main problems. It's actually like the main problem in the world today.
perpetuating the cycles. I'm going to be doing work to help combat and heal that and fix that.
This is work. She's doing work. All right? She's going to break a sweat for y'all. I don't think it's going to be very difficult for her to break a sweat, but she's going to do it, by God.
Please like, subscribe, and follow me for more. Please share these videos and watch the video in the entirety to help get this video out to others so that...
Okay, hang on. All right. Definitely want to see more.
they can help more people. I will be using 528 hertz, the frequency of your solar plexus in this video.
The frequency of angels. I didn't know my solar plexus had a frequency.
And we will be doing solar plexus work for empowerment and self-confidence. At first, I will remove any blockages and clear out any negativity. Then we will call forth your soul's purpose and empowerment. So let's get started. A deep breath. Exhale. Deep breath. Exhale.
Bro, what am I doing, dude? This is the grift right here, man. This is the grift. I'm kind of questioning my own channel now. I could have been doing this the entire time, probably raking in money. She's about to karate chop those chakras in a line, dog. She's pulling rope, dude. Now the rope is turned to thread. Now she's pulling the threads. We're making progress. I mean, for my own sanity, I do hope that she's self-aware and this is like a grift. It doesn't seem like you're pulling from my solar plexus. It seems like you're giving me a titty twister or something. Solar plexus is a little bit lower. I'm multi. Right. That's the irony here, you know, is all these people talking about narcissists are always the narcissist. It is the main issue in today's world.
Get rid of all that animosity, all that negativity,
all them daddy issues.
It's all gone now.
You're a strong, independent black woman, don't need no man now.
All those bad feelings, all of it out. Get rid of it all. You don't need any more.
How does she know when she's done? Oh boy. She busted out the crystal wand. Her little skunk's walking behind her. I don't want to know what she uses that thing for, bro. Oh, good God. Oh,
Making
man.
room for new feelings, new love and sunshine to come in. Bright times and better days. The love and the acknowledgement that you deserve.
You're so right. I deserve so much better. I deserve it all. In fact, I deserve that crystal wand. I want that. Give me that. High five. We did it. High five. Crispy sealed. She bought that tuning fork from Guitar Center. She's like, I gotta get some use out of it.
It's time for the sun to come back into your life.
Oh, man. She's probably like a first grade teacher. This is actually our God. This is what we worship.
You are.
Smiley face sun. And this is my crack rock. Smoke the crack rock.
They always
Breathe
knew
in
how
deep.
special you were. They just didn't want you to find out.
And here's my red grape. Crack rock plus red grape equals ascension.
They were using your power and your strength. And taking it out for themselves.
Those narcissists.
Now it's time for you to take it back. It's your day to shine.
Back. What is she doing, dude?
Never forget how important you are. This is your life. This is your movie. You're the star of this film. You're the star of the show.
I'm the main character.
Don't you forget it.
Yes. I like how she's holding this. Like, I know she's like trying to do like a crystal cleansing, but it just seems like she's showing you something like really like, look, I found this 1800s coin. I found this Spanish doubloon. Look. But it's just so ridiculous, dude. I don't think anybody's paying money for this. She's sitting at 300 subscribers. This has got 500 views. So, I mean, it's got more views than some of my videos. So, I'm clearly in the wrong grift. Oh, gosh.
May all your dreams come true.
John, I picked up on your spiritual energies, brother. I picked up on your spiritual energies that you needed a radio show. And so, just remember, you are the main character. They tried to tell you that you weren't special. Remember when your mommy said that you were special and that's why you needed the helmet? And then they tried to take that power from you? Well, I'm giving you a radio show now. So we can take our power back, brother. It was just for you.
May all your endeavors come to fruition. May your true soul's purpose guide you. Everything else melts away.
Watch where you're pointing that thing, dude.
And money and abundance come to you.
Yes, now we're getting to the
true
juicy
soul's
stuff.
Purpose.
Money, give me that money, dog. May your true soul's purpose direct you to my PayPal. Oh, good God.
May your light shine upon this earth. And the right people come into your life. They treat you right and show you appreciation, mutual respect, and love.
High five. I don't know. We could check. Let's see. Let's see what the video description is. We can see how far into the grift she's gotten. In this video, I will clear out any blockages that are holding you back as a result of the abuse. It's just it's like it's assumed, you know. Any guilt, shame, ill will, feelings of jealousy sent towards you, evil eyes, hexes, animosity, apprehension. Then I will do an aura cleansing and release of any excess residue. Residue? That don't sound good. After this, I will help you draw out your true empowerment, self-confidence, and purpose that you deserve. That is your birthright. Please like, share the video, blah, 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 Moon Summer Song. If you would like to donate to this channel so I can continue making it, my Cash App is... Okay, so she just got the Cash App thing going. No paywall yet. But then you see, like, you go into the comment sections, and there's always people like, this is incredible. Harley Quinn 9228. This is incredible. Bless you. It was very needed healing. Thank you. Very good. This reminds me of healing and beyond. It's wild, dude. This stuff is really actually popular.
Yeah. You stand firm with your boundaries. You're always protected.
Always. No means no. The motorcycle driving in the background.
Your spirit guides are there.
She's at a Love's. She's just behind the Walmart.
Keep you grounded and firm. Set boundaries. If the wrong people try to come in, may you recognize them for who they are. Stand firm and strong.
I found this rock just now. Isn't it cool?
And to cut the wrong people out of your life. Set boundaries right away.
With this rock, shall you cut these people?
You don't need to depend on them. All you need is yourself and source. All you need is yourself and your purpose. Yourself and your spirit family, yourself and your spirit guides. You don't need to be codependent. You have everything you need in yourself. You have source inside of you. You have your own divinity. You have your own power. Nothing can take that away from you ever. Trust in yourself, trust in God.
Which God?
Co-create this universe together.
Oh, me. Yeah.
Use your intuition. Take it one step at a time. You'll always find your purpose.
Sorry, guys. I forgot I was God for a second.
Don't be afraid to take leaps of faith. You'll find
use it
your
to
way.
wash her hair.
If you're in a difficult situation, you'll find your way out. You have the power within you. You can always get out. You are so important. You are so loved.
Oh, I'm getting a headache. Is that supposed to happen? Back in black! Just waiting for somebody to drive by on a motorcycle with their radio blasting.
My cat's coming for a visit.
My cat's solar
supporting
plexus
you
is
too
super blocked.
in your soul's purpose and your soul's journey.
My cat needs a coffee enema.
Bringing this smoky quartz to help any healing
We're gonna do it live on air.
around your solar plexus. Reverse any wounds, any negativity, anything anyone said that made you doubt yourself.
Even if they were right, doesn't matter. They were
Doubt your
narcissists.
purpose. You have everything that you need. What you really want to do is what you should be doing.
Yeah. Do what feels good.
Just keep taking steps towards it. Keep finding out more information about it.
Keep taking that meth.
Don't give up. You'll be given what you need. Just keep taking the steps. You can do it. I believe in you.
I believe in you too. I believe in me too. What's going on here, bro, is we're getting our solar plexuses cleansed. Get with it, man. All right? Get with it, dude.
You're just being tested. But you can do it.
Are you testing me?
You're stronger than you know.
Sorry, I got a spider in my hair. Oh, it's shaped like a heart. That one symbolizes love.
You're always loved and supported. Even if you can't see it.
The spirit guides are with you.
Even in the hardest times.
Mine's a possum. I found a possum rooting through my recycling bin the other day. I realized it was my spirit guide. He hisses when I have a blockage. I know that sounds like a semi, but that's actually all the guilt leaving your body. Dun, dun, dun. Yo, girl, what you doing? Yeah, she's saving the best ones for last, fella. She's gonna pull out a geode at the end.
Let the sunstone empower your solar plexus. Focus on your solar plexus. Feel the power within.
Alright, enough of this. Good God. Hopefully, all solar plexus is fully unblocked, and if it's not, I'm sorry. You guys are just going to have to finish unblocking it on your own time, alright? This is one crazy old road show. You know, this is the things you find on the radio shows. It's incredible. All right, let's find the episode I wanted to pull up tonight. Where the heck is it? Oh crap! I didn't pull it up before we started. Let me just find it really quick. Here it is. Let me pause it before I go spoiling anything. All right. Okay, so today's actual radio show is called Woman from Hell. And I'm not going to say anything about it because I really actually like this one. Y'all are going to like this one as well because, what do you call it? The subject matter of today's radio show is very relevant to those of us who are conspiracy-minded, which I know all of y'all are. So today's episode is from the channel CBS Radio Mystery Theater, a radio show from the 1970s. This one was released on July 25th, 1975. And there's no description here, so I can't read you guys the actors and actresses. So we're just going to get right on into it. Thank you all so much for being here. Please remember to like and share.
And now, Mystery Theater.
What's up, Jim Bob? Good to see you, brother.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Ancient civilizations are remembered for a variety of reasons. Egypt for her pyramids, the grandeur that was Rome, the glory that was Greece. But how about our own civilization? Sometimes in my darker moments, I wonder if perhaps ours won't be remembered as the creators of the sleeping pill, the little pellets that have brought surcease from care to so many, and, unfortunately, death to so many others. Our mystery drama, Woman from Hell, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Murray Burnett and stars Joan Lovejoy.
Bro, I just subscribed to that lady, and I'm already getting notifications on my phone from Moon Summer Song, dude. What can of worms did I just open up?
Suicides always rate a few lines of newsprint. But every newspaper headlined the shocking and totally unexpected death of the legendary superstar Jennifer Grinnell from an overdose of sleeping pills. The question on everyone's mind was, had this fantastic woman taken her own life?
And did she leave me anything in her will?
Los Angeles, the medical examiner's office was off limits to reporters seeking the answer. One man, however, had been admitted, given a report, and now he walks slowly down the long corridor, out of the building, and into the bright California sunshine.
Oh, snap! Before we get started, shouts out, dude. Shouts out to the real John Connor, sent in $20 super chat for my helmet fund. Thank you so much, dude. I always keep a back supply of my helmets, so I never have to leave home without one. But thank you so much. I will buy one more helmet on you, brother. And thank you. Shouts out to Stephen Mulroney, $10 for supporting the main character chakra. Thank you. Just as long as we all remember that I'm the main character, it's my world, and everyone else is just living in it. Thank you guys so much.
Ducot! Mr. Ducot!
I have nothing to add to what I've already said.
You've got me wrong. I'm not a reporter. Here's my card.
Darrell Jones, private investigator. I have no need for a private detective.
But I need you. You see, someone's hired me to look into this death.
Then I'm not the only one who feels there's something very strange about this so-called suicide?
You can say my client has some doubts.
And who's your client?
Oh, come on, Mr. Ducot. You know that information must be confidential.
Good day, Mr. Jones.
No, wait a minute. Where are you going?
To my car. It's in the parking lot.
Okay, if that's the way you want to play it. Have you ever thought how much better your chances are of proving your wife didn't commit suicide if you had some professional help?
That was my introduction to Mr. Darrell Jones. Other introductions are in order. My name is Lawrence Ducot, the man who accompanied Jennifer Grinnell through life. Her only husband. But a husband who remained so discreetly in the background throughout her flamboyant career that only her intimates knew she was married. Nevertheless, I loved her, and I could not allow the world to believe she'd taken the coward's way out. And so I found myself in a quiet restaurant, drinking coffee with Darrell Jones.
I'd like to know why you're so sure that Jennifer Grinnell didn't commit suicide.
I should know. I was married to her. We lived apart, but we kept in touch.
Oh, give it up, Ducot. You're never going to make anyone believe you and Grinnell had a close relationship.
I was under the impression you were going to be of some help, but you're just the same as the police. I don't know why you bothered to ask me to talk.
Because I'm getting paid to do a job, and you've made a lot of waves by going around insisting she never would have killed herself.
I'm no expert, but don't most suicides leave a note?
Not all of them, but more do than don't.
There was no note.
A point.
I'm no expert, but Doesn't it seem odd that she shot herself 16 times in the back with an AR-15?
But not conclusive.
Do you believe in extrasensory perception?
Now, there's something that would look great in my report. No hard evidence, but husband says that his ESP tells him Grinnell was murdered.
Do you believe in love after love?
How about a tape recording?
You have a tape proving she was murdered?
No, not exactly, but if you want to come out to my house, I think you'll find it interesting.
Okay, where's the tape?
Let me explain. I can't afford servants, so I had this telephone answering tape installed. And since Jenny and I spoke frequently, I've kept a tape recording of every phone call.
Very clear.
10 days ago, I called her. Here's the call. Here are her words.
Hello?
It's me, Jenny.
Oh, Larry. I'm so glad you called.
You're in trouble, aren't you?
Yes.
Money?
Oh, worse.
Can I help?
I was just writing a letter to you.
You can tell me about it.
Oh, no. No, not over the phone.
You're frightened. Now, what is it, Jenny?
The one secret I ever kept from you, my pet.
Well, tell me.
The letter I have just written to you, it should explain enough. Goodbye, love. You were so sweet to call.
Jenny, don't hang up. Jenny. Now that you've heard that conversation, what do you think?
I can understand why the police weren't interested.
You don't believe that she was frightened?
Sure. But of what? She didn't mention anything specific. If the police and the medical examiner say that Grinnell killed herself, I'm not about to argue with them.
Well, then, why did you take the case?
That's the way I earn my living. A client asks me to look into something, I look into it. That's why I'm here. But I'm not on anybody's side, and I don't like to make myself look like a fool, especially in front of the cops.
I see.
Now, she said something about a letter she was writing. Did you ever get it?
No, she must have had second thoughts after she talked to me. I never received the letter. It was a lie. I had received the letter, but I felt that it would have been useless to show him. His mind seemed to be made up, and so was mine. Jenny had said one secret she never told me. Because I felt that Jenny's secret lay in her past, I went to the man with whom she'd had her longest and closest relationship, the spectacularly successful novelist, Bruce Brown. He was working at his latest retreat, a remotely situated house on the Greek island of Samos.
You hear about our girl. How can I help?
Well, first by telling me whether you think she committed suicide.
Hell no. That's why I hired a private detective.
By the name of Darrell Jones?
That's my boy. Has he been in touch?
Yes, he has.
And?
He thinks she did it. Does that make you change your mind?
Well, it bothers me. Jones is good. Who would want Jenny dead?
Bruce, she was scared.
Scared? Our Jenny scared?
Our Jenny.
Hey, look, do I catch a whiff of jealousy after all these years?
Come on, shall we stick to the subject?
Right after I tell you something.
If you don't mind, Bruce, I think
It'll only take a minute. Now, you know when I first met Jenny, and you know how I fell for her. But what you don't know is that I proposed to her. You know what she said?
Not only what she said, but how she said it.
She told
She
you?
didn't have to. I know the routine. She opened those violet eyes wide, and in her best ingenue voice said, "But I am married."
Yeah, well, what you don't know is that I asked her to get a divorce. She refused.
Welcome to the club.
You say she was
All right,
scared.
but what you don't know is that I offered to murder you as well.
What was scaring her?
I received this letter, postmarked the day of her death. Shall I read it to you?
No. Yeah, let me.
Dear heart, there is no way you will make any sense out of this letter, but I do not see any other way. If 1 week after you receive this craziness I am still alive, you will destroy it and forget it. If something should happen to me, then you will make your own decision. Yes, I am afraid. Of what? of a mistake I made back in the days of innocence. I never told you, but now it has come back to haunt me. But I also have another secret.
I used to be a furry.
I kept a diary.
A diary? Jenny, a diary like any schoolgirl. I don't believe that. She's putting you on.
Now finish the letter and then we'll talk.
I have written both too much and not enough. But for your own dear sake, I warn you, trust no one. No one. Adieu, Jenny.
Not even me.
Well, what do you think?
I think if this letter had been written by anyone but Jenny, I'd say it was a woman who was going insane. But with Jenny, well, there's no question she was scared. And fear, well, fear is just the wrong emotion to associate with Jenny.
If we think that way, we're not going to get anywhere.
Well, where do we want to get?
I want to get whoever killed her.
You think we can?
She has the answer in her diary.
Do you know where it is?
I have an idea.
But it's not right to read her diary.
Yeah?
Bruce, this is Jones.
Yes, Jones. You got something on the Grinnell case?
Look, I'm calling to tell you that there is no case. The dame took an overdose of sleeping pills, period. There wouldn't have been any talk at all if it weren't for her husband. He made news just by turning up. Very few people knew that she was still married to him.
Well, did you talk to him?
Oh, sure. I even listened to a tape of a phone conversation he had with her, but that just proved she was upset.
Larry, did you show Jones the letter?
No.
Hello? Hello, you still there, Bruce?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, look, I haven't got a single clue that points anywhere except to suicide.
Okay, you've made your report. I want you to stay on the case.
For how long?
Until I tell you to quit, or until you tell me you're quitting.
Okay. You're paying a hell of a price for what I think is plenty of nothing.
I understand. You keep pitching, and I'll keep the money coming. Bye. That you heard, Larry.
Yeah, I heard.
He's convinced it's suicide.
I'm glad you didn't tell him about Jenny's note.
I didn't because you didn't, and come to think of it, why didn't you?
Because Jenny specifically wrote for me not to trust anyone.
But you've already disregarded that bit of advice by telling me.
Dun, dun, dun.
What Bruce Brown said was true. But I hadn't told him everything. I hadn't told him that Jenny's favorite song was La Vie en Rose, or that I felt Jenny was trying to tell me something about the diary and how to locate it. That's why I stood on the cobblestones outside Rene Pergamo's florist shop on the Rue Clichy just 2 days after I talked with Brown. Rene's window, with its usual bounteous and beautiful display, brought back memories. And as I stood there, Rene himself came rushing out.
Monsieur Duclos, monsieur, may I express my condolences and shock at this sad news. When I heard, I could not believe.
I know, Rene, thank you.
Come inside. You're most welcome, mon ami, and expected.
Expected?
But of course. A few days ago, this little package arrived from Madame, addressed to you and marked, hold for arrival.
There are people who have actually died from fright. Medical testimony bears that out. The question in our tale seems to be, can fear actually drive a person to take his own life? A logical answer would be, some people. But would a woman like Jennifer Grinnell be driven to this act of desperation? We'll be back with the answer right after these messages.
A logical answer would be,
Now, what does anyone expect to find in a florist shop in Paris in the spring? Fresh cut flowers, certainly. The lovely scent of burgeoning spring plants and, of course, the undertones of romance which accompany the annual springtime awakening of the City of Light. But for Lawrence Duclos, the florist shop of René Pergamo might hold the answer to a riddle, the proof that his glamorous wife did not take her own life.
How long are you staying in Paris, Monsieur Duclos?
Well, that depends, Rene, on what is in this package.
Monsieur, let me assure you, if there is any way I can be of help.
Well, that's very fine of you, Rene.
Let me get the door for you. These are not just words. Attention, monsieur, watch out.
I agree, my tech. I don't think anybody's going to drop dead from fear. I do agree. I think that's some BS.
Out.
Oh, well, let him go, Rene. But I won't forget that I'm even further in your debt. You know, he really might have hit me.
It was almost as if you were trying. That is our Parisian drivers for you.
Hop in, Duco, quick. Jones, what are you... Come on, or we're going to lose that car that almost got you.
You know, you're talking like a man who believes that car really tried to run me over.
It's a lot easier to believe that than your story that your wife didn't kill herself. Still, why would anyone want to rub you out?
Because, perhaps, of this package.
Ah, damn. We lost him. Now, what's such a big deal about that package?
It's my wife's diary, complete up until the day of her death. Do you intend to follow me wherever I go from now on?
I think you need protection, Duco.
Well, maybe, but I can't afford your fee.
No, don't let the fee worry you. I'm already being paid. Oh, room service, please.
Is your client paying for this, too?
Of course. Oh, yes, 2 special lunches, the filet of sole and a carafe of white wine to 731, Mr. Ducos's room. Thank you. If you've really got your hands on her diary, it might change a lot of things, but somehow I never thought of Grinnell as the type who'd keep a diary.
Yeah, well, once we're in agreement, but... here it is. Do you recognize her writing?
I'll take your word for it. But before you start to read it, think. No one, not even you, suspected she kept a diary. Maybe there are some things she didn't want anyone, I mean anyone, to know.
Jones, you're a fool. I was married to Jennifer Grinnell for 23 years.
That's right. Not my Jenny. She'd never do anything. What the hell is this?
I knew her a lot better than anyone guessed. We're not going to find anything in this diary she'd be ashamed of. The years fell away.
Yeah.
And memories came flooding back as I read the entries and found myself again under the spell she'd always cast for me. I could see her sitting in the small, cramped flat we'd had in Paris right after our marriage. I could smell her perfume and hear her as she wrote in the diary I never suspected she kept.
And such foolishness today. Mutsi, my agent who adores me, has made an appointment for me with Anton Krasuski for the lead in Woman from Hell. I told Larry thinking we would laugh, but he thinks I should go. I told him I would, but I refused to make a fool of myself.
Jenny, are you home?
Larry! I will give you only one guess what we have for dinner.
Did you go to see...
But a small clue. It is heaven.
Well, what about Krasuski? Did you like him? What did he say?
Oh, he said I was a fat cow who would be fine as a milkmaid, but to play the lead in a picture as big as Woman from Hell...
Oh, you're lying.
Of course. I did not go. It would have only been a great waste of time.
Yes?
May I speak with Jennifer Grinnell?
Who's calling?
Who is it?
Krasuski.
Your waste of time, Anton Krasuski.
Now, young lady, you will tell me why you failed to keep an appointment with Anton Krasuski yesterday.
May I have a light, please?
Do you want the part?
Are you offering it to me?
Here is your light. The part can be yours, depending.
Depending?
On how much you really want it.
Oh, boy.
Why do you choose me, an unknown actress dreaming of a career, for the lead in the most important film of the year?
Because I have seen your nightclub act. Because your insolence and your beauty are perfect for the part.
Well, pardon me for being slow, but I thought there were other considerations.
Only one. Join the Walpurgis Club.
The Walpurgis Club.
Oh, yeah.
And what is that? A club of witches?
Exactly.
It was a desolate house in the country, lit only by firelight and candles with weird music, and people drunk, not with liquor, but with some kind of frenzied belief in the magical power of the devil. As Krasuski took me through the various rooms, he watched, and then asked perceptively,
You find this amusing?
That disappoints you?
Not at all. But I must warn you that this is literally playing with fire.
With hellfire?
A most exact description. And now I would like you to see the altar.
Now y'all are picking up on why I wanted to show you this episode. Pretty,
The altar is impressive.
interesting.
But I was more impressed with the worshippers. They believed. And people who believe as deeply as they did can be dangerous. Krasuski was most cordial today when I again visited his office.
It is my belief that you were born a witch. I only wish to reawaken your slumbering destiny, as I am sure I can make the hidden fire in your eyes burst into flame with the proper caresses.
No doubt. But just what plans do you have for me in the Walpurgis Club?
Yeah, before we get to the proper caresses, how about you tell me how much money I'm making with this?
If I should join.
You will be a star. Believe me. The club has helped me in my career, and I know we can help you.
I will do as I always have, help myself. What I was asking was, what does the club expect of me?
Only to recruit members.
And suppose I should fail?
You fail? Unthinkable. But we are not monsters. As long as you sign the membership papers and are bound by our rules, you will find us most agreeable.
You know enough about me to know that I like to make my own rules.
Not in this game, Sherry. Not in this game. Ever.
I have heard of Harvester. Yeah, I watched. You've probably seen it. I watched a long form video breaking down that whole game. Super interesting. That is definitely an interesting one for sure.
How can I tell Larry the truth? He smugly keeps reminding me that he was right about me getting the part in Woman from Hell. How I ache to tell him about the Walpurgis Club. But I cannot. And even if I did, he would just laugh and dismiss it as a silly joke on Krasuski's part. I must admit I felt the same, but there are certain things that worry me. As, for example, today, when we were rehearsing privately the scene where I show Karyu the tortures he will suffer in hell if he allows me to seduce him.
No, it is all wrong.
And how many men have you seduced, Anton?
You will listen to me, because when this man takes you in his arms, he is doomed for all time. If you do not believe, how do you expect the audience to believe?
This is your picture.
And you are the woman I chose. A woman from hell would know. She would see immediately that this is a man who likes to suffer, who enjoys being tortured, so that he will have the best of both worlds. You in this, and eternal punishment in the next. You know this, and you are amused.
I am not confused. Tell me, Anton, how do you know all this?
Don't you know? I have a hotline directly to hell.
It's a friend of mine. A friend of mine told me all about it.
I do not like it. I do not like it at all. But I cannot withdraw now, and the picture promises to be a success. It is almost frightening, the knowledgeability that Anton shows about the workings of hell. I even accused him of it the other day during a break on the set.
But why should you question my knowledge of witchcraft and diabolism? You and I belong to the same club. I am reaping the benefits of years of research.
And your payment, Anton, for these benefits. How much is it, and when is it due?
I will tell you. Or perhaps you will know when the picture is finished.
I loathe fidgety men, and Anton has become extraordinarily fidgety. He has also become a bore about other men. He blames everything upon Hollywood and the Klieglit frenetic quality of our success. But this is nonsense, and he knows it.
When are you seeing him again?
You mean Bruce?
You are forgetting an obligation to the club to which we both belong.
I cannot help it if I am not a good saleswoman.
Isn't that an understatement? Your record is immaculate. Not one convert to the Walpurgis Club since you became a member.
Remember, I warned you about the possibility of my failing.
I remember. And now it is I who have to warn you. Either Bruce Brown becomes a member, or you will suffer severe consequences.
They overestimate my influence on Bruce.
They know just how infatuated with you Bruce is, and you have never really believed, have you, Jenny? And you won't until it is too late. However, we have a problem.
We? Do you mean you, the club, or me?
All of us. You remember Jacqueline Fournier?
Of course.
Then you may also remember that she was announced for the part that I gave you in Woman from Hell.
Must we go through this ancient history?
I am afraid we must. You see, she has heard rumors about the Walpurgis Club, and she threatens to do a whole expose, claiming you got the part through witchcraft.
Let her.
The club does not think that would be wise.
Then let the club stop her.
That is just what they intend to do. Fournier can be appeased. With your influence, you could get her a part in a picture and she would be happy.
I do not pay blackmail.
I told them what your answer would be. But Jenny, for your own sake, get Bruce Brown to join the coven.
Hello?
Have you seen tonight's paper?
No.
I thought you should know that Jacqueline Fournier met with a tragic accident. Her car ran off Mulholland Drive and crashed. She died almost instantly, which of course is something to be thankful for.
Accidents can happen anytime, anywhere. And today, everyone knows what you mean when you designate a person as accident-prone. On the other hand, would we be so willing to say someone was accident-prone if we knew that a coven of modern witches wanted that person dead? That knowledge bothered even the strong-minded Jennifer Grinnell. I'll be back shortly with Act 3. One of the most famous and dramatic moments in the theater occurs in the play Peter Pan, when the actress playing that immortal boy turns to the audience and asks them to applaud if they believe in fairies. Invariably, the house breaks into a storm of applause. However, would the audience response be the same if the actress asked for applause from those who believe in witches? That was precisely the problem that faced Lawrence Duco as he tried to prove that his wife didn't commit suicide. Her diary asked him to believe in witchcraft.
Now, if you want to waste some more time, we'll continue reading the diary, but my advice would be for you to burn it.
I haven't heard of that one, Jason. I'm going to actually write that down and check it out. It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've ever, heard of it before.
2 hours ago, you were all enthused over the chances of finding the answer to Jenny's death, and now...
You're not thinking, chum. You started all this because you wanted to clear the stigma of suicide from your wife's name.
And I still do.
Even if you now brand her as a believer in witchcraft, a wheeler-dealer in the occult who built her whole career upon a deal with a coven of modern witches?
I don't see that it has to be put just that way. and I'll make my decision when I've finished reading the whole diary. And so I reopened Jenny's diary, and again found myself reliving those days when Jennifer Grinnell was Hollywood's biggest star, and I, her husband, was a forgotten man, while her romance with America's favorite writer, Bruce Brown, headed the list of items in every gossip column.
Hello?
Jenny, it's me. I'll pick you up at the usual place at 9.
Oh, that is not possible, Bruce.
Why, what's up?
I thought we had gone beyond questions.
Well, I thought so too, but that was before we stopped seeing each other. Or haven't we stopped seeing each other?
More questions?
I'll pick you up at 9.
No, not tonight, really.
Tomorrow?
I suppose I owe you that much, love.
You don't owe me a thing, and I'll explain when I see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be the last time I see Bruce. It is something I have refused to face for too long now. But I am afraid I believe that the Walpurgis Club is an evil and vicious thing. If they are not witches with supernatural powers...
What gave it away? Was it the fact that it's called the Walpurgis Club, or that when you got there they were all burning with an intense, fiery, demonic spirit? Could that maybe have given away that maybe they're not a bunch of saints? I don't know.
Then they are criminals. Because I cannot believe that...
Yeah, I thought we were just doing witchcraft and, like, drinking blood. I didn't know we were going to kill people.
This car crash was an accident. And I will not even talk to Bruce about joining. Poor Anton. I must lie to him. Or maybe not. Maybe the truth would free him.
I thought this was a club where we all just tried to hex Trump.
Come in, Anton.
Isn't that your phone I hear ringing?
Yes?
Why don't you answer it?
You know me better than to question me, Anton. I do what I choose. If I do not want to answer the phone, I do not.
Because you know very well that it was Bruce Brown calling, and you did not want to talk to him.
So?
You have deliberately broken off your relationship with him.
And if I have?
If you have done something I have never known you to do since we met. You have broken your word.
So I have. And it is about time you should find the courage to break yours also.
Don't talk to me of courage. You could continue to see Bruce Brown and never bring up the question of his joining the club. But that way you might get him into trouble if the club members are really witches and warlocks. So you take this coward's way out, and it ruins me.
What can they do to you?
For starters, they can take me off the picture.
I will not allow them to do that.
They have already done it. Will you answer the phone?
What do they expect to gain by punishing you?
First, discipline for the ranks. I was the one who recruited you, and that was an error. 2, they think perhaps out of a feeling for me, you will change your mind about trying to recruit Brown.
Ridiculous.
Yes, I know, but you will suffer too. Just wait until you see the new director.
I love how in her letter to her husband, she's like, the one secret I kept from you, the one thing I never told you, and it's that you joined an effing coven, and that you're involved in a murder. Yeah, just this one small thing. You know, I was good my whole life. Our entire marriage, I never kept anything from you except for this one little thing.
At this point, I closed the diary. Jones looked at me inquiringly.
Had enough, Duco?
Now I understand what Anton Krasuski was trying to tell me.
You went to see him. When?
As soon as I heard he'd been taken off Jenny's picture and replaced by Luigi Ferrelli.
You seem to be pretty buddy-buddy with a lot of your wife's lovers.
We had a lot in common. Would you like to hear what happened when I went to see Krasuski?
Well, I'm still on the case, and my report has to be written. Go ahead.
Of course, you never knew Krasuski, so you wouldn't have noticed, as I did, the changes as I approached his house. It used to be...
Okay, hang on. We haven't done the vote yet. since I don't know the end of this, I'm going to guess that this frickin' Private Eye is a member of the club. Y'all gotta make up your own minds, but that's my guess.
Crowded and well lit. And this night it was empty and almost deserted. I crossed the driveway, rapped on the door.
Larry, come in. It is very nice of you to come and see me.
What happened? Why did they take you off the picture?
They said they wanted a director who would be less dazzled by Jenny.
Well, that's nonsense. Jenny's the star. You did 2 great pictures with her.
Nevertheless, they seem to be logical when they chose Farrelly. Do you know any director who is less dazzled by Jenny than Farrelly?
He hates her.
And she him.
It almost seems as if someone wants to ruin Jenny and her career.
And me, no? Here. Look inside my forearm. Wait till I roll up the sleeve.
Yeah, check out this sick tattoo I got. It's a skull. I got it from Jason Scholl. It's a skull and it's got barbed wire on it. You're gonna love this. It's a tribal armband.
Tell me what you see.
Are you sure you're all right?
Tell me what you see!
Well, a small scar. It's shaped like a horseshoe or a hoof.
That's right. Now ask Jenny. Ask her to show you.
That's right, and I asked for a pumpkin.
Worse.
And that's when I walked out on him.
Did you ask Jenny about her scar?
No, I never did. When she broke her leg and was taken off the picture, it completely slipped my mind. And then, oh, well, you know what happened then.
Oh, everybody does. Your girl couldn't get herself arrested in Hollywood. She was
I'm down, Mano. I'm down.
finished in pictures.
You don't know what that meant.
Look, Duco, I am still interested in finding out what happened just before she died. And I think we ought to skip ahead in that diary and see if we can find out.
Yes, you're right. Now, let's see. Sometimes she dated entries and other times not, so... Oh, yes. Here. This one's dated just a month ago. And here's what she says.
It has happened. I suppose I should have known that someday it would happen. But I really thought I was finished with the Walpurgis Club. So many years had passed, and no word from them. And so it came as a surprise when I did hear, and in a way I never would have expected. My agent phoned and told me that Tyler Campbell wanted to see me. I'll confess, I felt some of the old excitement of meeting a talented motion picture director.
I've always been one of your greatest fans. Every scene in Woman from Hell is etched indelibly on my memory. I'll quote the dialogue for you if you like.
Would not you be embarrassed if I said, please do?
It's funny that you bring that up, Moldy. Oh, come on with this stupid light. The guy who taught me how to hop trains is in Buffalo right now. It was pretty cool. I got to see my road dog for the first time in like 8 years. So when Dangerfield, when Basel Analyzer came through town, I had 2 Zippos, and I gave Henley the one, and then I gave my road dog the other one. So now I got to go buy a new Zippo. I thought I was being slick buying 2, so I wouldn't ever lose it. And then Emmanuel said he's going to change his greetings from hello to oi, and that's pretty funny because that's what the train hoppers always say. All right, back to the show.
If you want my company, all you have to do is pay for it. If you want my love, you will pay more. A price that I advise you no one can afford.
Enough, I am convinced.
I can't understand why a talent like yours shouldn't still be working.
Oh, I agree with you.
And that's why I've come to see you. How do you feel about trying a comeback in a film I'll direct? Of course, I wouldn't expect a commitment until you'd seen the script. You haven't even asked what the film will be about.
The film is called Sacrificing Jenny to Moloch.
I was not up to that in my mind.
Mm-hmm. It's about witchcraft.
Oh?
Does that turn you off?
Well, it is too soon to say.
You know I don't do ordinary films, Miss Grinnell.
Yes, I know.
And I assure you the film is well worth doing. Today, witchcraft is in, but I intend to use it somewhat differently. I see you as fate, beautiful, enigmatic, and inescapable.
Interesting.
Good. I promise that I shall shoot you so that even in the cruelest close-up, your scar won't show.
My scar?
Don't tell me that little mark inside your wrist is no longer there. Even plastic surgery
Yeah,
would
that lightning bolt on your forehead. That's how I knew you were a witch.
eradicated. And it's exactly the same as the one I have here, behind my ear. See?
That's where the evil
Yes,
wizard marked you as a
I
kid
see.
when he killed your parents.
So this was all a trick. You are a member of the Walpurgis Club.
In good standing, Miss Grinnell. Which is more than I can say for you. But my offer to do a picture with you is very real.
I am not interested.
Too fast. You make a decision before you know any of the facts.
We have nothing more to
I
say.
suggest you listen. If you think you've paid your dues in full, you're mistaken. You betrayed us.
Yeah, it's not the full 13-pointed steal your face lightning bolt.
And you betrayed your oath.
I am finished with you and with the club.
And you will be. I promise you. Do one small favor, and you'll be a big star again. And no strings attached.
Oh, no. They got me with that last time. Mr. Weinstein got me with that one once.
How do you mean no strings?
You will be allowed to resign from the Walpurgis Club. The only member in its 300-year history to be given that privilege.
I have already resigned. I have not been to a meeting
What
or
we
a...
have in mind does not necessitate your going to a meeting.
Shit, nigga, we told you when you came in. Blood in, blood out. Walpurgis Club.
You've heard of Jason Albright.
Who has not? He is the 6th or 7th richest man in the world.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that Jason Albright is one of your greatest fans?
No.
He's worshipped you for years.
How nice.
Jason Albright is very ill. In fact, he's terminal.
Well, that is too bad. My fan club will be reduced by 1.
True enough. But you can make a dying man very happy. Simply by talking with him, visiting, spending a little time with him.
Are you out of your mind? Why would
Albright has no heirs. His will leaves all his money to various charities. But wills can be changed.
I see.
Of course. Simplicity itself. Nothing for you to do except spend a little time with Albright. Be your charming self
and persuade the old man that the Walpurgis Club is worthier than all of his other charities put together.
Precisely. Couldn't have put it better myself. Before you answer that, I have a feeling it will be Jason Albright.
What?
We managed to get word to him that you'd be receptive to a call.
I see. Hello. Who is this? No, this is not Miss Grinnell. She is not at home. She will not be in for some time. No, I do not know. Goodbye.
That, Miss Grinnell, was very foolish. I want you to think carefully. Think what a small thing we're asking of you. And then consider the alternative. We can make things very definitely unpleasant for you, Miss Grinnell. Think it over.
How long do I have to think?
We can give you only 12 hours. And then we'll be here for your answer.
Who did?
What
The Walpurgis Club? That's believable.
Alternative do I have? I cannot go to the police, and I will not have anything to do with the club or its scheme. So, I turn to my diary and write. And I get an inspiration. I cannot go to the police, but I can hire a private detective to protect me without telling him why I am hiring him. And I remember I have heard of a good one. I will call him this minute.
Damn it. She gone and foiled my guess. Alright, I knew that frickin' detective had something going on.
There, I feel better. I have called, and he is on his way.
Yo, Alexandra, let's go. One Step Beyond is one of my favorite shows, so I'm all about that. I even messaged this One Step Beyond YouTube channel that's always putting the... Because I have all of the episodes on DVD, but... when we first started doing like old movie watch-alongs and stuff, I really wanted to show One Step Beyond, and I found a channel that posts them, and I asked the owner in a comment section. I was like, "Yo, can I restream this?" And he said yes, but to message him when I do it. So that reminds me, we got to do some One Step Beyond episodes because there are some like absolute classics. So shout out Orthodox Boomer Grandma, dude. That show is the best.
Intelligent. And that may be too much to ask. But his name is...
They cut it off right before the name. Sorry to keep stopping it, y'all. So One Step Beyond was a show that came out like right before Twilight Zone. We're talking like, I want to say like 55, whereas Twilight Zone came out in 60, 61. Yeah, I don't know. I just like having the light off when we're listening to the radio show. But basically, so One Step Beyond is like The Outer Limits. It is like Twilight Zone. But the gimmick of the show is that it's all true stories. So it's basically during that like peak period where ESP, everybody's like interested in spiritualism and psychic phenomenon and stuff, and so they use like real life stories as the basis for the episodes. So it's pretty cool. There's even an episode about psilocybin mushrooms, and I back when I did the show with David Patrick Harry, I told him, dude, you got to come back on. I got a One Step Beyond episode I want to watch with you next time we come on. And we talked about doing it, and basically the plan was it was going to be like a midnight show and have some beers or something and watch this episode about the psilocybin mushrooms. And it even goes into, what's that dude's name? Who wrote the Time magazine article all about psilocybins back in like the 50s or whatever. You guys, somebody in the chat's going to know the dude's name. But it goes into all of that. So there's a lot. That's like a whole rabbit hole, dude. And One Step Beyond, it's kind of hard to get all of the episodes on a box set because they never released the full series. So I have like 3 different full series box sets that are mixed and matched and stuff. But it's very similar to other horror anthologies at the time, except that it's not really, I mean, it's fiction, but it's not really fiction. They're all ostensibly based on a true story. And then also like the style and the themes and stuff, you could tell very heavily influenced the Twilight Zone, which is pretty interesting.
Don't bother, Duco. I know my name.
You.
Not McKenna.
You were the detective Jenny called.
I'll take that diary now.
There was a guy. I'll look it up before we end it.
If you look closely at my wrist, you'll see the mark that her diary described so well.
You have the sick tribal armband tattoo too?
And now, of course, you understand why the cause of her death must remain a suicide.
Now, I know there are some scholars in the audience who will say that Walpurgisnacht, the witch's Sabbath night...
Okay, hang on a second. I kind of talked through the twist reveal ending there. So the detective was not a member of the club, but the dude that he did trust. Remember when he said, "Oh, you already broke her rule. You did trust one person. You told me." The director was the member. That's the twist. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I kind of talked through the very end there.
Named after Saint Walpurgis is a fake, and the Walpurgis Club, therefore, must also be phony, for the simple reason that Saint Walpurgis was an English woman who never committed an evil deed in her life. I'll be back shortly with some more thoughts on witches and witchcraft. Witches and warlocks have been part of man's history and development since the beginning of time. And frightening demons and demonology abound in the history of civilization. And also in man's progress, scientists for years have solemnly announced that there are no demons, no witches. Then why do these myths persist?
Gordon Wasson. Gordon Wasson. That's who I was trying to think of. Gordon Wasson. All right.
I think perhaps because we need them. If they really don't exist, then we'll invent them to answer this need. It's something to think about till next time. Our cast included Joan Lovejoy, Norman Rose, Mandel Kramer, Paul Hecht, and Nat Polan. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
All right. Always got to have that, the most annoying sound ever. And just a quick reminder that E.G. Marshall is the guy from Christmas Vacation. I tell you guys that every single time we do these shows, but it's just hilarious when you realize that that's the freaking Christmas Vacation guy. Oh, man. Let me pull up that One Step Beyond episode. It's called The Sacred Mushroom. Let me pull that up real quick just to show y'all. The host is John Newland, and it's a great show, dude. It's an awesome show. The Sacred Mushroom is an actual really weird episode of the of One Step Beyond because, like, normally they are dramatizations of these true stories, but The Sacred Mushroom is more of a documentary style, where John Newland goes to Mexico to like check out these sacred mushrooms that these Mexicans are messing around with, and it's pretty wild, dude. I don't think we're going to watch this full episode, but just to give you an idea. And what's kind of annoying is that this episode is really low quality. Like, even the DVD box sets that I have, like, all the episodes are of varying quality, and some of them are really bad. And this is one of the ones that's really bad.
This member of the mushroom family, this fungus, is for the moment known only as X.
One of my favorite things about this show, too, is like the advertisements. They'll be like, this brand new invention called aluminium foil. It's going to revolutionize the world. Brought to you by, what the hell is the company called? Oh, man, I forget.
It was discovered barely weeks ago growing in a remote rainforest. Science has not yet given it a name, for science knows scarcely anything about it. But it is felt that X might have one remarkable quality.
Not Reynolds, no. Alico. Alico presents. So One Step Beyond originally was called, like, I think Alico. Is that what it is? Oh, man, no, it's not. What the heck? The One Step Beyond used to be called, like, the name of the company presents One Step Beyond. What the heck is it? It's not Alico.
It's extrasensory perception, enabling the mind to become telepathic and clairvoyant. Now, that's a rather large claim. Is it true or false? The answer to that question took us on a unique and distant journey.
Alcoa. All right, I was just
We're
in the
Mexico,
process of looking it up.
Thousands of miles from our Hollywood sound stages in a place called Mitla, on the very edge of civilization. There are no actors, there's no script. For this psychic report can only be recorded at the moment it happens. Here in the plaza of the kings of Zapotec, here in the antiquity of Mexico, we begin a search whose ending, at this very moment of filming, we do not know. We are searching for something far older than these ruins, which, if found, could hurtle ordinary man infinitely beyond his five senses. And now the first step beyond. The first step is a faltering one. We wait day after day for perfect flying weather. For the only way to reach our goal, the inaccessible village of Hukila, is by light plane over trackless mountains. Has he come back yet?
No.
Well, keep your fingers crossed.
We're waiting for good flight conditions so that we can make a trip to Joe Rogan's studio.
This lovely hacienda at the foot of the Dombach Mountains has been here a little longer than we have, but not much. From here, weather permitting, our chartered plane will fly us to a remote mountain village to look for, of all things, a mushroom. But a very strange mushroom indeed.
You could have just went to my high school, dude.
With powers beyond belief. And here are the mushroom hunters. As improbable a group as you will find anywhere. For instance, this is Dr. Barbara Brown, brilliant neuropharmacologist of the University of California at Los Angeles. With her is David Gray, one of the last kahunas of Hawaii, a spiritual leader whose line goes back 900 years and whose quest for knowledge beyond the world of materialism has led him everywhere in the world. And now here, and here, with friend, is Jeffrey Smith, a distinguished professor of philosophy and humanities at Stanford University. And now, and mighty important, is our translator, William Upson, a missionary who has lived among the people of our remote village for the last 9 years, and the only man in the world who speaks their language.
And the literal whitest guy
pilot
we
says
could
he'll be
find.
ready soon, John.
And last, our forever optimistic, Dr. Andrei Puharish,
Oh, no.
who wrote the astounding book, The Sacred Mushroom. Dr. Puharish's book brought us here in the first place, and in it, he explains how the mushroom seems to have an incredible effect on the power of extrasensory perception.
Incredible is the word. We're here for some very specific purposes.
To
We
trip
want
balls.
to know why these people here in Mexico have kept this right so secret for so many centuries. But I would say that our prime mission is to explore and examine the biochemicals present in these new mushrooms and find out if they can be of any benefit in this problem of mental disease.
Anyways, so that's one pretty interesting episode, but like I said, completely different from what this show normally is. I mean, this is the channel I was talking about. If any of you guys are into this sort of thing, like, there are just some bangers on this. Next time we do a watch along, we will definitely pull up some of these episodes because we def gotta do some of that. Thank you all so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out for our late night radio stream hangout. Big shouts out to the super chatters, to the commenters, to the lurkers. God bless you guys. I hope you all have a great end of your evening. Just gonna make sure I didn't miss any of the super chats before we sign off. And yeah, man, pray for each other. And until next time, Little Ewok signing off. Good night and God bless everybody. Peace out.